Our Prime Minister is an honest man. What he says, he does.
What are you planning to do?
We are waiting for the signal and we implement.
Who are you waiting for?
The signal.
Emmerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa, known to many as ED. Loved by some and vilified by others, Mnangagwa's rise to power has been anything but ordinary. From his days as a freedom fighter to his time as Mugabe's right-hand man and finally his presidency, Mnangagwa's story is one of power, survival, and division. Let's dive in. Born on September 15, 1942 in Zvishavane, Emmerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa was raised in a rural community in southern Rhodesia, which is now Zimbabwe. As a child, he witnessed the injustices of colonial rule, which likely planted the seeds of resistance in his young mind. In the 1950s, his family relocated to Zambia, fleeing political repression. It was here that Mnangagwa's political consciousness took root. While in Zambia, he attended the Kafue Trade School, where he trained as a machinist. However, his academic path soon shifted towards political activism. Mnangagwa later traveled to China, where he received military and ideological training under Maoist teachings. This was part of a broader strategy by the Zimbabwe African National Union, or ZANU, to prepare young cadres for guerrilla warfare against the colonial government. The time in China profoundly influenced Mnangagwa's approach to discipline, strategy, and loyalty, traits that would define his political career. By the 1960s, Mnangagwa had joined the Zimbabwe African National Liberation Army, or ZANLA, which was the armed wing of ZANU. As a young guerrilla, he was deeply involved in the fight for independence, earning a reputation for loyalty and military acumen. Arrested in 1965 for his role in a sabotage campaign, he narrowly escaped the death penalty due to his youth, serving a 10-year sentence instead.
That I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to Zimbabwe and observe the laws of Zimbabwe. So help me God.
Following Zimbabwe's independence in 1980, Mnangagwa's loyalty to Robert Mugabe earned him key roles in the new government. However, his position as Minister of State Security during the Gukurahundi massacres of the 1980s remains one of the darkest chapters in his legacy. Gukurahundi refers to the brutal crackdown on the provinces of Matabeleland and Midlands, where the North Korean trained 5th Brigade killed an estimated 20,000 civilians. Mnangagwa, as the head of intelligence, is widely believed to have played a pivotal role in the operation. While he has denied direct involvement, many survivors and analysts argue that his position made him central to the campaign. For decades, Mnangagwa served as Robert Mugabe's trusted ally. As a loyalist within ZANU-PF, he held various powerful positions, including Minister of Justice, Minister of Defense, and later, Vice President. During the 1990s and 2000s, Zimbabwe spiraled into economic collapse exacerbated by controversial land reforms and international sanctions. Mnangagwa was often seen as a technocrat who could navigate Zimbabwe's political landscape, but critics argue he was complicit in the corruption and mismanagement that defined Mugabe's rule. By the mid-2010s, tensions between Mnangagwa and Mugabe's inner circle, particularly Grace Mugabe, began to surface. These power struggles set the stage for a dramatic showdown. In November 2017, Zimbabwe witnessed a historic turning point. Mnangagwa, dismissed as vice president and facing threats from Mugabe's faction, fled the country. Behind the scenes, however, he was far from powerless. The Zimbabwean military under General Constantino Chiwenga played a decisive role in the coup that followed. Labeling their intervention as Operation Restore Legacy, the military seized control of state institutions and placed Mugabe under house arrest. While they claimed their goal was to stabilize the nation, many viewed it as a calculated move to install Mnangagwa as the president. The streets of Harare erupted in celebration as Mugabe resigned after 37 years in power. For many people in Zimbabwe, it was a moment of hope. But the question lingered: was this the dawn of a new era or simply a reshuffling of the old guard? Since his inauguration in 2017, Mnangagwa has made ambitious promises to revive the economy, to attract foreign investment, and to create jobs. His mantra, "Zimbabwe is open for business," symbolized the shift from Mugabe's isolationist policies. However, progress has been slow. Inflation has soared, corruption allegations persist, and critics accuse his government of clamping down on dissent. The 2018 and 2023 elections, which were marred by allegations of fraud and violence, further tarnished his image. Mnangagwa's story is far from over. From his days as a young revolutionary to his rise as a president, his journey reflects Zimbabwe's struggles and aspirations. Will he be remembered as a reformer, a strongman, or something in between? Only time will tell. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm Simon Bayani, and this is Africa in Retrospect. Cheers for now.